What do you do to manage and improve your productivity?
Okay. I am. So first of all, everyone asks about productivity systems, and this is where we talk about the Zettelkastens, the like note-taking tools, Notion, Reflex, Obsidian, all that. I'm an Obsidian and Notion user, by the way. Um, and I don't think it matters if you understand the difference between productivity and leverage. Productivity is for people who don't have leverage, who need to fill every single hour of the day with something, and uh, that's good. You want to fill every hour of your day with something, but also you feel constant stress. You don't have slack to just wander and have serendipity come into your life. So sometimes not. Uh, I actually challenge the question of like, should you be productive? Is being productive a possible goal? And I often find that a lot of us as knowledge workers, and I'm sure you feel this as well, we are not always productive, right? And most of us hunt like lions rather than eat like cows. We sprint for a little bit and then we burn out for a long time, and and that is the unfortunate nature of the way that knowledge work is done, which is very hard to square with the way that we want to be paid. We want to be paid on a consistent basis. um, so, uh, so no, there's long times of lack of productivity, but I do think that, for example, deadlines are really good. So if you committed to deliver something every week, then whatever you have by the end of that time that you've given yourself, you have to ship. And that's just a rule that you don't let yourself second guess. Because if you let it slide for too long, then you essentially have stopped being the thing that you want it to be. Your identity is not the thing that you say you are; it's the thing that you do consistently every day. I think that's a James Clear type of paraphrase. The other thing that I'll say, so having that out of the way, I do have thoughts on productivity, right? Um, and I haven't even talked about leverage yet, right? Which is okay. Let's talk productivity thing. Yeah, exactly. So the main thing about productivity I offer to people is that you want to essentially debounce the things that come in asynchronously, and then the things that you can, and batch up the things that you can do that you have to do synchronously. So what I call this is mise en place writing. And I have a blog post about that as well, of course. Um, and what that means is essentially I'm working on 50 different blog posts at a time rather than one. And I think a lot of people work on blog posts or ideas. I have 50 different business ideas at once. And I think people work on things in sequence, which is fine, but then the timing or inspiration or energy doesn't really match up at that time. And it's actually much better to let inspiration happen, to let preparation go on in the background. And then when the time is right, be abnormally ready because you've been working on this in the background for years. And that literally, I have blog posts that I will ship sometime this year that I've been working on for 2 to 3 years because I just had them baking in the background. Anytime, and this fundamentally respects the nature of inspiration, that it comes randomly, and it comes in the shower, it comes when you don't want it to, when it comes when you're talking to someone, and that's very different from when you're sitting down to write, or when you're working on an idea. And so you need to establish a buffer, you need to multitask it, or you need to multiplex it. And I think that is there's a very interesting way to increase your total bandwidth